Hello everyone, here we go. We have got here a base 4 at the roots. We've got old highlights at the end, but the very subtle kind of underneath balayage highlights. We're going to do a little bit more brightening around the front, so just touch it up. So stick with me to see what to do. So today we're going to be using 2 different colours. This is ANI by My Identity. So if we look at the actual measurements down here, she's got quite long hair, so I'm going to probably put in about, and that was 17 there, so I'm just going to match it up, go back to 0, I'm just going to use 6%, and go to 17 as well. Oh, a bit too much. So I could have used 9%, but what I don't want to do, I don't want the hair to lighten too much, because if it does lighten too much on dark bases, you'll often find that you get orange hair, which we don't want. So next up, we're going to use some lightening powder. This is just the Blondor. Probably about 15 there as well. Now with my mixture, I would always double this, so I'll go back to 0. So we'll double what I will do. I wouldn't pour back in the bottle though for this because it's got bleach in it. And there we go. So that's my 2 mixtures done. I've whipped my foil. Right, so my client doesn't want too much blonde. It's going to be really subtle as well. So we're just going to take kind of triangular sections. If you wanted it more streaky, then you could just backcomb there. But we're going to do a weave first, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a backcomb just so that it is darker at the roots and it's not so streaky. She doesn't want a highlighted effect. If you tilt your head right over, that's it. So keep the roughness at the top, and then you can paint all the way down like so. And I always fold and fold again, and fold in the corners. So we're going to carry on that pattern. I'm not even going to go up to the roots, the parting, because she wants to keep that quite dark on top, so we're just going to give it a bit of a lighter effect. This section, I'll take quite a big gap there. Quite a thin section, still leaving hair underneath here. Weave that one nice and fine, a little bit of tease, and then we're going to go straight in with the pre-lightener. So the first one was the tint, this one will be the bleach, and I'm going to alternate that as we go down. And what I do on this side, I'm going to repeat on the other side as well. Take another big section. Right, so we're going to move on to the back section now. We've completed the front section, going up the sides at an angle. And if you tilt your head over, I've taken it near enough all the way to the parting, but they've got quite a bit of brown left over in the middle, just to keep it more natural and not so highlighted the effect. So the back bit, if I show you, I've kind of done like a V section. So we're just going to go down at an angle, and it creates, I think personally, a more natural effect. So that's a V set, like a diagonal section, starting kind of at the top of the ear and going down to the base of the neck. But yet again, give it a little tease at the top. And just alternate your colours like you've been doing. So I'm going to do, head right down for me. I'm going to do one this side and then one the other side, and then kind of move up. We don't necessarily want it at the roots because it is more of a natural effect, so it's not going to look as though she's just freshly had her highlights done. And then here we're going to do the left hand side as well. So exactly the same. Bit of a tease, and then we're going to put in the foil packet, painting downwards as we go. So I'm going to do the same colour this side. It is a bit trickier doing it at an angle. You don't have the pull as well if you're not putting it in from the roots. So that is that side done. Now I want to copy that same sectioning that I've just done in the V. So going down on one side and going up on the other, using your pintail comb to get straight lines. I'm going to do exactly the same, but I can alternate, so I can use the other colour now, or I can use the exact same colour again. Right, so that's the finished article. There's lots of gaps in between, so I did diagonal up the back here, and then I put in a couple just horizontal at the top. And we're going to leave it now for the development time of 5 minutes, and then we're going to wash it off and cut and blow dry. Right, so the colour, we've just washed it off. I didn't put any toners on at all. It lifted up quite nice. We're not going to cut it, we're just going to blow dry it. Today I'm just going to use some of this on the hair. She just wants to blow dry all straight, so just making sure that we lift it at the roots so that the blow dry lasts a little bit longer than usual. I'm also going to put on a little bit of number 6 Olaplex just to give it a little bit of a smoother texture on the ends, like so. Right, so I've just finished blow drying the hair. As you can see, it's nice and long. The colour's a lot more blended now, so we haven't got the dark roots at the top and then the lighter colour at the end. So she is still dark, but we've kind of lifted it to like a level 6 rather than actually it being so dark at level 4. And then you've got in there a few brighter bits. And if you can see, lighter brown pieces as well going through. So that makes it nice and blended all the way through. All right, so like and subscribe if you want to see some more videos. All right, so this is the finished result now. As you can see, the colour is a lot more blended. And if we just brush back, we can see some colours going underneath, which is a lot natural. There's no kind of streakiness. Looks more like sun-kissed highlights on the hair.